Hi everyone. Welcome for this live. We are super excited to have you all. The goal today is I'm super excited to be with you today and with Vincent. Super excited to answer all your questions. The goal is to ask the question you've been asking us before. So we took note of them. And this format is really interactive. So the goal is really to have you ask all your questions. So don't hesitate to go in the comment, ask your questions. And yeah, don't hesitate if you have any remarks, any interrogation, mostly on the roadmap on our token, where we're going with the community, also about the rebranding, because Cardashift recently became erable, and we've made some announcement on that. So yeah, don't hesitate. Write down in the comments. Any question is welcomed, and we'll start now with Vincent. So hi, Vincent. Super excited to be here with you today. So our first question, and I think some of the most pressing questions that our community had, were about on the token, the club token, where we're going with it. First question we all have is, can you give us more details on how it's going to happen, switching from Cardano to Polygon? And can you tell us more about the migration?
Thank you, Margot. Hello, everyone. So a bit about the migration. We've been talking a lot about that on our different social media channels, Discord, Telegram, in the past few days, and we know for you, it's like you're waiting for some information on those topics. What you need really to know is that the migration smoothly for you. It's basically a one-one migration. So if you have 10 capital on Cardano, you will be able to get.
Okay.
Sorry for that. I think we had a bit of a mic problem. So I will start over. So hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Marco, for introducing me. So the idea for us today was really to do a bit more context and details orally because we've been talking a lot, chatting on the Discord and Telegram, and I know it's a pressing matter for you. You want to know what's going to happen with the tokens. What you need to know is that we are definitely focused on having a smooth migration, and we decided to move from Cardano to Polygon for several reasons. I'm happy to explain further. We've been communicating on that. If you want to have some more info, I'm happy to chat. So please put your comments. Regarding migration, what you need to know is you get as much token as you have on Cardano. So if you have 10 tokens on Cardano, you'll be able to migrate directly on Polygon. The process will be quite simple for those who participated in the Revolt sale earlier. It was in December 2023. It will be almost the same process. Basically, sending this token over data, you will input your address on address. Once you do that, you will be able to claim your on. That's when what you will have to do, how it will be manageable. The idea for us is to open for a specific time frame. We are not fixed yet on the time frame. It might be 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. But the idea for us is basically we want to have as much people as possible bridging. So we don't want to have people that are I don't know, wrecked crypto and they come back in 6 months and they are not able to get their tokens anymore. So the idea is everybody should be able to do the bridge and we have a lot of communications that everybody takes this opportunity to bridge. What is the cost? The cost specifically will be the cost of one transaction on Cardano to send us your public information and send us over the token. The idea being, once you do that, your token is it's let's say burnt, like it could be on VM chains. And the when, which is the big question, as of today, we do not have any plan on a specific date, but we know it will in the coming quarter. Of course, it's really important for us is that don't want to move just to move. We decided to launch our product and our first use cases remote still on Polygon for organizations and technical reasons for us. We are moving faster and faster each and every day. We'll roll out other projects and clients, and we want to match our roadmap with the fact that we have a strong presence on Polygon. So we don't want to launch right now because we feel we need to really integrate the Polygon ecosystem, get people to know us, and once it's done, we'll be able to migrate in a smooth manner.
So,
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Mario.
okay, cool. So you told us more about the token. So when the new token is launched on Polygon, um, will there be a locking period? Will there be a vesting period for previous holders?
So yeah, I think that there were a lot of rumors around these topics in the past few days. Honestly, we are doing all our best to avoid that, and I think it won't happen. Definitely not, because we believe it's not fair for our holders to have such type of blocking period after the fact that you are having your tokens right away, right now. So we are trying to avoid that. And, why it is a question first, it is really about how we can migrate and ensure that we can support our token price. Of course, having people that are locked, it's here to manage the price of the token, but it's not the idea is not around that. It's basically we need to be a bit more present on Polygon, and then the token price will be sustained by this community too. So no locking period, but what I can say in terms of utilities is you will definitely be able to lock your token, but it will be to gain utility to not to be locked.
Not to constrain. Cool. This is really good news. Okay. Um, yeah. So also, so it all come back to the big question: is how do we protect the token price? So you
Mhm.
talked about the utilities, but can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Sure, sure. So on the token price, it's always a tricky question because I've been it and as a builder ecosystem for a while now. For me, token price is nothing in a sense that you should have utilities and the price will follow at some point. But if you think about the price, you won't do good decisions in terms of how to be sustainable in the long run. So regarding token price, it's still important because with a token which is really low, it's really difficult to. You have people leaving, etc., etc. Uh, okay, thank you. I think it's better now. I'm trying to macro. And yeah, regarding token, the idea for us is first, before launching and while launching, we need to, as I said before, really present within the Polygon community. So we have new buyers, new people that join our mission and what we are building. That's the number one thing. Basically, if you want to sustain the price, you need to be able, one, to ensure that people are not selling, and two, if people are selling, you need to make sure that there are people that are buying. That's standard market. For us, the idea is, yeah, we want to provide new utilities, which I'm going to detail a bit, so that people are already in our their tokens. They pay for us to sustain the price, and on the other end, we need to provide new liquidity to the token, and that comes with a heavy marketing campaign and launches on Polygon, on Pixel and the upcoming clients, which I won't disclose right now. And on that topic too, it's also about able to launch on centralized exchanges quite soon after the token is launched, or even when it's launched, so directly list on exchanges, to be able really to have more liquidity and new user bases. So that's for the, let's say, short-term vision of the migration on system price, and on the longer term, having the utilities, normally what the token value. We are revamping all utilities of our cloud token. To do that, we are really focused on three main aspects of the token, which is one, governance, basically having governance right in the ecosystem, which is quite normal and which we already had. But it's not sufficient to really the price in the long run. Um, uh, I mean, two is about unity. What can we provide for the community, whether it's exist spots, partnerships, opportunities, or other projects, etc., etc. Here we have a lot of thoughts, and it's easy, let's say, to value, and on the part, which is the most important to creating value, is we are really focusing on having a token which generates yield for the holders. So it's the financial value of the ecosystem. So basically, we started by buying these old NFTs, which are Unity Treasury. We have also tokens from Cardano ecosystem, which is the Genix token, the token of Genix, the projects in Cardano. We are also really shifting to the model where we are able to invest as a DAO and investing in projects that are Web3 or Web3, let's say, enablers. Like Able is one enabler. We have a platform, and we could invest in other projects like us, focusing on, let's say, carbon market, natural assets, etc., etc. And based on those investments, we have a return, and this return is planning to be separated in two streams. One, the treasury to be reinvested, and the rest is going for the holders of our token, which are holding our token. So we are really focusing on having an asset providing also real yield constantly. We are trying to now short, mid, and long run. And because we are an impact project and focusing on impact projects, it's sure that we have really good projects in the long run, midterm also. In the short term, we're not sure that the token will be able to provide really good yield, which is okay for us because we believe we economy to be able to match with the position we need. So it's okay to be in a bit long term, but before that, we need to provide other types of activities, which are mainly governance and community stuff, where I will give a lot of perks to people following us.
Okay, cool. So you just talked about real yield. One project we launched a few months ago was Revolt. So right now we sold two cars with a really, really good yield. So can you tell us more about how it goes with Revolt? Can you like update us? What's the status? Um, and what about an initiative to make a regular to report, like maybe once a month or something like that?
Cool. Yeah, sure. So we did some two cars. The average yield is 32%, I guess,
Yes.
which is really great, in my opinion. And what's really great is also we have cars. Um, we have cars that are really that have sorry. We are just having cars that last a lot longer. Now that we're having the maybe on the can you wait a second? I'm sorry. The microphone, you might be still on your mic.
So,
Oh yeah.
working better now,
Yeah, Franklin.
Franklin? Um,
If not, yeah, Franklin, if we will be circling back again once the live is done, and if the sound is not good, we'll definitely I will interview myself again, and I will the video for the different questions, so you have everything with a clearer sound. But we'll check that afterwards, and thank you for letting us know. Just to come back on the Revolt thing. So yeah, we had two cars, which is a start. We 32% in average real yield, which is really great. We're planning on adding one or two more cars in the weeks to come, like this week or next week. And I think yeah, so the status it's moving. Revolt as a team is growing fast in France because the need for electric vehicles repair is really growing too. And it's also a business of opportunities, let's say that way, because if we don't find the good cars to be repaired, we just have no activities on those sides. So we are always trying to catch the good good opportunities, and that's what we will do. So to go for them to go a bit faster, it's only about scouting the good opportunities, especially in France for now. We're hoping to roll out in Eastern Europe soon, but in Western Europe, sorry, soon. But it's really for now it's in France. And regarding the regular activity report, we did take the advice really close, and we're planning to report a bit more. It's also depending on the news, but at least saying that we're still there with the use case, it's good. So we're planning to do that
Yeah,
more
totally.
recently.
And what Revolt does is really innovative. They are really focusing on improving the way we view electric cars. And innovation takes time, takes a lot of effort. So, but we are definitely connected with the Revolt founders and ready to launch more and really excited for what's coming with Revolt as well. Um, so yeah, about revolts, do you think it's possible that, yeah, like, let's say I'm a revolt NFT holder. Um, do you think it would be possible to exchange this NFT for new fundraising in order to continue to benefit from the individual and common treasury?
Sure. So that's a really good question. Actually, what we are seeing right now is that we have still remember but 30K more cash at our disposal to invest in cars. And the idea for us at that point is really to invest this money, and once it's done, we have two ways of seeing these things. Whether we say stop as a community and we don't do anything more, people can go out, take their money, sell the NFT, whatever, or we say, hey, we're gonna do a governance vote with all the holders, and if the governance say yes, we need to decide what is the good governance type. If the treasury say yes, we can reinvest a part of this actual treasury in new cars. That's one way of seeing things. So basically, we could, as community, say, hey, we're gonna reinvest to buy new cars and do some leverage and compose our interest, basically. Or we say, no, we stop, and the people that are still there and that are willing to invest more, we will open a new treasury, and they will be able to use the money they gain directly from the first fundraising on the second one. Yeah, and the process is still to be determined, but there are two ways basically to think about it. What's sure is that the people that are still in and that want to stay in, they won't get exit fees, which is the case now. If you want to exit totally, here you won't want to exit. You just want to continue investing, and we need to find the right way and the approach to do that.
Okay, cool. So this was really cool information about Revolt, which was the first sale Revolt did in December. There is something big that is coming in 10 days, right? It's the Pixel NFT sale. So, for those who don't know this use case, but I guess most of you do, basically the fundraise we're going to do with the NFT system are going to finance reusable containers that are going to be used in restaurants by restaurants in France. So, and basically with these containers being used and reused, treasury grows that way, and you will also get proofs of impact. So, can you give us a little bit more details about number of NFTs, the price, how it's going to work, maybe the restaurant, and how it's going with Pixel right now?
Sure, sure. So picture sale is, yeah, in 10 days, 9 days even.
Yeah.
It's coming quite fast, and we're quite excited about that. The new use case out there. We've been learning from our first experience with Revolt. Really cool stuff, and it's not only NFT that generates yield, it's actual yield, it's also impact yield. You gain the fact that you avoided tons of plastic, which is really cool, and happy to elaborate more on that. But you have also an NFT which is a PFP, so profile pictures. So we're going in also in the trend and in the fact that we want to have something which is beautiful and that people loves to have on their wallet. Whether it's providing you, that's great. But we want to have a bit more. And yeah, it's in 9 days. It's on the 20th. Whitelists are open. It's a first come first serve sale. So basically, you better try to get your whitelist or you won't be able to come in. It's 1,000 NFT. The price will be set in Matic uh, at the one day before, but it's around $42. So at that point, it should be like 35, 38 Matic right now. Um, and yeah, the idea for us is really to have something which is affordable. So it's $42, which is not a big sum of money. And also on the sale, I think no, I've met the. Do I miss something?
I don't think you did. I think everything's quite clear. Yeah, we'll put in the description the link to the Pixel website that is live, that has been live for like 4 days. It's really excited to show that off. So this is really about what's coming in April, but I think that with Pixel we are really um, imagine and working on a really long-term partnership. So can you tell us more about the relationship that erable has with Pixel, and how is it going at the moment? And what can we imagine for the long term?
So yeah, to give you a brief context, like the first fundraising, so $42K, is for 6,000 containers, which is not that much, for 180 restaurants. We have over, I don't know, I don't have the numbers, but we have millions of restaurants in France, and just in France, and we have a need in containers, which is huge. So it's really small. And for us with Pixo, the idea is we will launch our platforms, our product, Erable one, with Pixo and with another client soon. And the idea is to get them give them the capacity to launch NFT collections with specific treasuries to fund specific reusable container split. So basically, they need to deploy 100K containers in north of France. Will be able to match that and really to have specific use cases each and every time they want to release and go on the market. And the idea for us and our collaboration is really about giving them the tools to so that they can do that all alone, may approximately all alone. The idea is to go over there, so they will be able to really move forward on those topics and us to have regularly new sales on the platform. That's on the fundraising part. We have also artist partnerships that are being discussed with artists here in France that are going to push the use case. We're going to see if we want to do some airdrops to our holders. Let's say here is really an open field because it's artistic one, so we are really free to innovate, and we are happy to have some of your inputs if you want us to collaborate with the existing NFT collections on Polygon or even in other ecosystems. And the third part, which is for me at least the most exciting one, is about the impact proofs. So basically, you invest in a fleet of containers, and based on the activities the containers have on a daily basis in the restaurants, you're able to say that you saved 1 ton of plastic from being released into our oceans, for instance. But this 1 ton needs to be valued at some point. As of today, we have carbon credits, which is great in a way, but also really discussed at the moment for plenty of reasons. Here we have really specific use cases where we're able to target and track the avoided plastic uses, and tomorrow it could become an asset which you will obtain or which you will benefit from because we will be able to sell the avoided plastic uses to people polluting, so big corporations mainly, and you'll get benefit from that. So it's really the work in progress, but I think it's really exciting.
Cool. So I have one last question that we had from the community, but for the people who are watching us right now on YouTube, don't hesitate to ask your questions. We are really open to any of the questions. Charlotte, Frank, Franklin, if you are really have anything you want to ask, please don't hesitate to write that down. I had just one last question. Yeah, so it's about the rebranding, and we talked about a lot about Polygon. We also explained a lot that it's really about speaking to a broader audience. Um, so what is the strategy to reach that goal? How can we speak to Web3 users, but also to beginners? How can we do that in a in an efficient manner?
Actually, I have a strong opinion on that. I think it's not possible to talk to both. I think you need to really focus on whether you want to have some large audience marketing communications approach, or if you want really to be Web3 native. I think you cannot do both be on the same platforms. It's too hard. So what we've been deciding is basically our approach towards our product, what we do with Pixel, Revolt, with the big corporations in Germany, and with people we're discussing at that point is really to be as inclusive as possible. So, broadly speaking, everybody, because everybody is concerned and everybody should be able to invest in common goods, which are, for instance, reusable containers. And on the other side, we're really shifting our DAO and our token towards a more, really more Web3 native language because it's more about attracting, gathering the people that are building in the Web3 corporate space and providing opportunities, funding projects that are willing to leverage Web3, whether they are builders from Web2 or enable builders, whatever. And so for us, the best way to do that is really to distinguish the both streams. We have one stream which is really focused, which is a fintech. Basically, we offer new types of products to companies like Revolt, Pixel, etc. And on the other end, we have a community of people interested, but that are willing to invest and to invest time and money on those projects. And we're going to really distinguish both to ensure that we speak to both audiences. But I'm really sure it's really difficult, if not impossible, to speak to both on the same platform.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you very much for all these insights. We're going to close this live. We're going to stay for one more minute, um, asking to you guys if you got any question on YouTube, especially time to ask it now. Of course, we are always available to ask all your, like to reply to all your questions available on Discord, on Twitter. We're really active right now. Whether it's from the Pixel sale that is coming April 20th or about to be able by itself, please come and ask all your questions. So yeah, if you have any question, I think for now we're good because we had the question that I asked as a community before. But yeah, going to close this now. Thank you so much all for tuning. We are really happy to have spent these 30 minutes with you guys, with Vincent, um, and really excited for what's coming with Erable. Thank you very much for tuning in. Bye.
Thank you.